Episode 189. Don't I have any better music than this? I use these rooms a lot on my main character and I guess less frequently on Komoi, but it's always the same music no matter where you go. Maybe it's asking for too much for in music that's specific to the region you're in, but it feels like this gets pretty old. You got this jukebox, but you can't exactly set like a default thing to play. Unlike an apartment or whatever. It'd be great if you could though. What do I even have here? If I could, I'd set this to the default, a little taste of home or something, even though we're headed directly there. This is still kind of nostalgic for me, this music. I've got a bunch of dungeon stuff, which I think the only one here that would be good for just background music that isn't like action-y would be this. I have this one on my main character's apartment on shuffle, with a bunch of other music. And more stuff that's just from raids or whatever, and then this that I got from playing cards. I guess this is pretty chill. Oh, and this isn't the right season for this. Speaking of, we're in the season now for Hatching Tide. I was going to go over and do the main quest, but we're going to actually do the Hatching Tide event, because it's on the way, technically, sort of. We're going to the Waking Sands in Ul'dah, so I guess it's technically between Ishgard and Ul'dah or whatever. The Hatching Tide being in Gridania. We're going to pretend that Komori is going to go there on foot, even though I could just teleport immediately. Just so that we can say, as she's making her way there on Chocobo back or whatever, she gets accosted by whoever is running the Hatching Tide event. That's my pretend reason for why we're doing this at this point in the story, when we should be helping the Sultana. And I guess if we're going back to Eorzea, we'll don our old disguise or whatever, this mask, which only works like 10% of the time. Is it rough out there? I think we're still technically wanted in Eorzea, even if the Crystal Braves have mainly been routed, their leaders. Even though I'm pretending that we're going there on foot, I don't actually have to literally go there on foot. But I'm going to anyway. Just to kill time. Once you get far enough into the game, you stop blazing the trail, using the actual roads between cities and whatever, and just start teleporting everywhere. It's kind of one of the sad things about teleporting, you don't really enjoy the game world. I guess this is part of the reason why the initial instance of Final Fantasy 1.0 had some kind of currency for teleportation. Whatever it was called, Anima, I think. But then for convenience, it just made teleporting cost money, which people have loads and loads of. At least enough to teleport. We could have also taken an airship there, I guess technically. But we're going to pretend that Komoi is banned from airship travel or something for a while, because she cheated last episode to take an airship to a place that she couldn't. Or at least that's what I'm pretending. It was just a player that gave us a ride to that one area we shouldn't have been in, but if we're pretending that we bribed an airship flight attendant or something, then I guess the heat's on us. So yeah, I guess the actual path to Thanalan would be through the path that we just took from Corthis, into the Black Shroud, and then down over this way, which then leads into Thanalan through this entrance right here, and then all the way to the Waking Sands. So on the way, and again, we're still pretending here, Komoi makes her way over past Gridania, Maybe she's stopping by for a coffee or something, I don't know. picking up some food on a to-go bag or something, when she sees a bunch of eggs scattered around. What could this be? What are all these eggs doing here? I don't think she's ever seen a Hatching Tide event. Probably hasn't been in Gridania that often. Looks like the festivities are still going pretty strong. The Hatching Tide started yesterday, I think. Figured everyone would be gone by now. And she's drawn in by the splendor. That's our pretend reason. What's that umbrella? What an umbrella. Wait, is that from this event? I don't actually know what you get from this event. It looks like an egg, so it's a pretty good umbrella. Good morning, friend. Might you be interested in learning about the Hatching Tide festivities? A fledgling festival, Hatching Tide was born of a prophetic dream, visited upon a Gridanian maiden named Jilly Aliapo. In her dream, the 12 Archons of old disappeared, those heroes who saved the realm from the destruction of the 6th Umbral Calamity. Oh, did they? The 12 Archons. I don't think I remember anything about that. Which one was the 6th Umbral Calamity? That wasn't the Flood, was it? Maybe. Descending from the heavens atop beautifully decorated eggs, they said to Jilly, "Arise, young dreamer, and make ready the vessels for our return." And so she did, painstakingly painting and gilding eggs to match those from her vision. Wow, okay, so I didn't actually know this about the Hatching Tide lore. I did know that this was like a dream that Jilly Aliapo had or whatever. And maybe the Archons were mentioned before. And maybe I just forgot this, but I didn't realize that it was a Jesus anecdote or whatever, simile. It's ripping off that story or whatever. Not ripping off, it's an allusion. That's the word I'm looking for. It's an allusion to Jesus Christ, of all people. That these Archons are returning, like, on Easter Day or something, while also making it about eggs. Huh. What a strange way to work that in. Okay, sure. Word of the prophecy spread, and Jilly attracted helpers to assist her toils. In her toils. After the calamity, the festival grew further, as townsfolk and adventurers flocked to celebrate the Archons of yore, who many believe had some hand in delivering the realm once again. Did they? Did the Archons have any hand in that? I don't know. I mean, this is certainly the first I've heard of them, and we're like the Warrior of Light, so we're the ones that had the most hand in everything. They didn't help us. What the heck's that thing? Some weird fish. I've seen this thing before. Oh, and this is very fitting. Too bad we don't have that. You have to get into Eureka to get this, which is like, Shadowbringers. Endgame Shadowbringers. Yep, we definitely get this umbrella from this. Shall we dress up for the occasion? No, I guess we're still in disguise, and I don't exactly have anything, well, matching the aesthetic? What even is this aesthetic? I certainly don't have anything that matches it, if I don't understand what it is. Hatching Tide is upon us once more. I hope the season finds you excellent fettle. Or in excellent fettle. My name is Jilly Aliapo, and I lead this annual celebration. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. May I ask your name? We're not Komoi right now, but I guess Komoi forgot that she's supposed to be in disguise, and just offered up her name. Good going, Komoi. Well, Komoi, I hope this is the beginning of a firm friendship. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Now we got the lowdown already, but she'll tell us anyway. Hatching Tide has its origins in the days before the 7th Umbral Calamity, when 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I've been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as those before you now, borne aloft unto the heavens. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonder to hatching time before, so needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, whoa, what a ring. Was that like a previous reward or something? That's like a huge ring. I don't think there's any ring bigger than that in the game. Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to arrive any moment now. Oh Jilly, it's a disaster. The car toppled over en route. Thankfully the driver was unscathed, but I can't say the same for the eggs. Good heavens! I'm glad to hear the poor driver was unharmed, but without the eggs, how were we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Really? You? Fashion the eggs? Where are you gonna get the eggs from? You gonna lay them yourself? Though to create the quantity required will take time, and we're already facing at least a minor delay at this point. When you say create, I mean, like, the chickens lay the eggs, right? You're not going to make them yourself? No, surely she means, like, just fake eggs out of, like, stone or something. Yeah, these aren't real eggs, obviously. Right, I completely forgot about that. That aspect of Easter celebrations, they're not real eggs. She's not... Nonoda's not gonna lay the eggs. If only I could assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as it is, and I must see to the schedule alterations myself. No, we're not going to lay the eggs either. But wait, Komoi, perhaps you'd be willing to lay an egg? It's a pleasure to meet you, adventurer. I do hope you'll consider helping us get Hatching Tide back on track. I guess Komoi's going to lay an egg. Thank you. The first order of business will be procuring more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fellow, so he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he has enough stock. Okay, good. That guy's doing the egg laying for us. I'm sorry that I cannot attend to the eggs personally, but your assistance will make all the difference. Thank you. Do I have any Easter-themed minions or whatever? Probably not. A rabbit would be a pretty simple one, but it's not like you get every single animal in the zodiac or whatever that quickly, anyway. I guess what we have out already is close enough, right? It kind of looks like an egg. Yeah. You're an egg today. You like that? Being an egg? I guess these eggs are decorated so they're not the usual white colors, so kind of having a white egg isn't really festive, is it? This would be the decoration for the festivities, just a bunch of eggs scattered around. I'm not sure if there's anything more fun than this, like the little stories they sometimes tell with little dolls that they leave in the other events or something. You blend right in. Just a bunch of eggs. Lots and lots of eggs. So many eggs. You selling any eggs? Yeah, he's selling eggs. Have an egg, Komori. Ah, there he is. This guy's selling eggs too. Where do you get them from? Ah, you're that dreamer who was here before, ain't you? All the eggs smashed. A right old mess, to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of the supplies you need, though. No more eggs laying today, huh? He's off the clock. Oh, is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some tatty old odds and ends, or surplus wares. That might be of use. If you want them, they're all yours. Might not be exactly what you needed, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees were eaten into me I'd rather see him put to good use. What a kind-hearted guy, out of the goodness of his heart. When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He certainly proved me right. Oh, you bought it. Any road, we'd better take stock of what he's given us. Let's see. This leather looks durable. We have some metal springs and rings that could do for a mechanism of some sort. And these lengths of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. Yeah, but notably no eggs. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent alchemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. I'm something of an alchemist myself, you know. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. We should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs Geely saw in her dream with these. We could make something far easier to get off the ground, though. Parasols. The trick will be making them look eggy enough. Any rounded object looks like an egg from far enough away, it's science. The shell makes the egg, as they say. Do they say that any road we should paint them? Or just silence. Which one would Komori say? I think she just doesn't want to work and says, anything that looks round is good enough, job done. I see. We can mimic the shape of an egg with a canopy, and add some seasonally appropriate patterns to the outer shell. I can picture it now. Okay, that's far more helpful than what Komori supplied, at least what I'm pretending Komori supplied. Parasols are a sight more fitly than your standard egg, though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. So we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, the guild artisan should be less likely to balk at a request for parasol parts than a rush order for myriad eggs, particularly if we supply the materials. I didn't know the other guild suppliers were in the business of laying eggs. Let us first pay a visit to the Leather Workers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. Who here would use the eggs anyway? You've got the leather workers, the botanists, I remember. Who else works here? In New Gridania would be the carpenters. I think it's just those three. Carpenters, leather workers, and botanists. I guess you could use the eggshells for some botany stuff, like soil, I think. I don't actually know. That's the closest connection I can come to with whatever the guilds use eggs here for, and why they would have eggs to sell you in the first place. Assuming they're real eggs. I don't think they're actual eggs. Even though she just said eggs, so maybe they are real eggs in Eorzea? I mean, not in real life, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're real eggs or not. I've explained the situation to Jiva, and she seems inclined to sympathy. If we keep our manners about us, we should manage to secure the guild's assistance. I don't think I've ever talked to Jiva, like on my main character or any other reason. I never did anything with leatherworking. Will I make Komori pick up leatherworking? Maybe if I hear some stellar reviews about the questline for leatherworkers. But somehow I doubt it. You must be the adventurer assistant Nonoto spoke of. She was just informing me of your plight. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You shall have the guild's aid. Although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work your leather into parasol canopies. The material is water resistant to a degree, but nevertheless porous. Untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot, but our stock of coating is perilously low at the moment. If it's a water repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenters Guild and request that they craft the parasol frame? We can meet up at the Black Rabbit Trader's stall and on. Anything to say? Trust that your leather is in capable hands. At least there was something to say, not just a repeat of our last dialogue. And we have interacted with Beaton before, not on his woodworking quest or anything like that, just for Moogle quests or other reasons too, like weird side quests here and there. Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak. Frightened schoolchild? And you would have us undertake this task with how little time left until hatching tide? Very well. The younglings in Acorn Orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the Parasol's preparations. Yeah, I guess we did see in our other quest with him, the Moogle quest or whatever, he's kind of like the kid's favorite guy or something. He makes toys for them. Oh wait, that was a Christmas quest or whatever, wasn't it? Or it might have been both of them. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenters Guild has the matter in hand. The timber you provided lacks the flexibility needed to create arching ribs. However, Mistress Rafucha will doubtless assist in procuring what we need. That would be the guild master for the botanist guild. I did do botanist on my main character, so that's one thing I do remember, if I do actually remember that correctly. Could be wrong. I'm delighted to play a part in realizing another hatching tide for the ages. Leave the alchemical solution and the finer details to me. I'll soon have everything sourced. I trust everything went well at the Carpenters Guild. I've just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. You could have asked us, we're like a level 92 alchemist at this point or something. But I guess this is work that's far below us, so... The next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to Jilly once I've finished, so you can go ahead and wait with her. Well, instead of waiting with her, I'll do some waiting over in the inn room, and then head over. By which I mean I'm going to change up into something that I thought of that would be a better match for this season. I just remembered I do have one thing. Something that I put on my adventurer squadron. Our favorite guy, Raging Ox. Oh wait, the inn is over here. Didn't think it'd come in handy like this, but here we are. It does mean we're gonna have to remove the mask though, but I guess Komori's already forgotten that she's supposed to be evading the law or something. There. Although I don't like white, let's you got enough black, right? Yeah, plenty. There. For today and today only, wear a bunny. I guess we could put on the whole ensemble, but that sounds like too much work. Although wait, now that I'm thinking about it. The clothes that they were wearing, wasn't that... That's called like the patrician something or other. They wear like a different version that's pink or whatever color they have, but we have something similar, don't we? It's actually over here, wasn't it? We can dress up like one of the little helpers or whatever. Oh, I guess it's not here. Thought for sure we'd go in there. There it is, the Manderville. And I think there's only the top and the bottom for the Manderville. So what can we wear other than that? Well, maybe this. No, that doesn't quite work, does it? Even if we change the color, it would just be kind of obtrusive. Could just wear no gloves. I guess that works. Don't think I have anything better. Maybe this? Can we even wear this on? No, this is only magic classes. Are these any good? Not quite fitting. Yeah, no gloves it is. You gotta dress up for the holiday, right? And we don't exactly have the patrician shoes. We could get them from a market board or something, but maybe we have something that will work with this. Probably not these, they're too casual. Yeah, they don't match. These are more sandals. No, definitely not those. Anything that are just like good loafers or something. Those are also sandals, I guess. Are these the best bet we have? I mean, kind of. They technically have those fishnet stockings that are supposed to blend in with the leg piece, so it looks kind of weird. Don't I have anything else? Come on, work with me here. I almost have the entire outfit ready. Maybe I wear something like this? That could work. The only problem is that it's too leathery. We can't unleather it by dyeing it, I don't think. Can we? Like this? Does that make it less... Well, it does make it less leathery, but it's just not good enough. What about white? And if we made the ears white? I'm wasting a lot of time here, but it's not like this quest is going to last very long, so... No, I don't think this. Alright, I'll try to decide on something quickly. Not that. These almost work. Move that. Kind of. They kind of work. They might be the best thing that I have. Well, I guess the fishnets aren't too obtrusive on this. I was already wearing these, right? Yeah. I guess I should have thought to up my game for the for this event if I really want to wear something. Although I don't have loafers, these might actually be the best bet I have. These ones are kind of too sneakery, but these ones, even though they are sneakers, they're... oh, not those. Although, I guess those aren't sandals. They're not quite the right fit either. These, even though they are sneakers, I don't think they're too obtrusive. Maybe. If we want to blend in with the other helpers, I think this is the closest we can get. Sure. Oh, it's red on the inside, though. Oh wait, that's okay. It matches the red of a flower. And the last piece, just get rid of that. There. Now we're ready to help out with Easter, or Hatching Tide. Even though we should be in disguise, Komori has completely gotten sucked in. Ah, and it's raining, which would normally be pretty terrible, but we're supposed to get an umbrella, so... Maybe we'll bust it out. It'll be the test run, right? I'm already kind of regretting maybe I should have worn the gloves after all, because the dinosaur leather gloves are supposed to be a match for these shoes I'm wearing, so maybe it'd actually look good with the shoes. Oh well, I'm already wearing this. Did the other guy have gloves? Do all of these helpers have gloves? They do, damn it. I wasn't going to be a perfect match for them in any way, but not having the gloves feels... It's fine, I'll get over it. I'm over it. Welcome back, Komoi. You'll be pleased to hear that I've adjusted the schedule to accommodate our little mishap, and all is set to proceed. How fare the eggs? No eggs. Parasols? We got parasols. Substituting parasols for eggs? What a wonderful idea. I can hardly wait to see what Nanoda cooks up for the prototype. Though wait we must. And wait we will. We've waited long enough. Nanoda will surely be along any moment now. And here she comes. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Archon Egg Parasol. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. And actually one nice thing about this is that, well, I'm sure there are like real umbrellas like this, but I think I've seen them. If it was actually lower, that it wasn't like so long, the rod, then it could actually like go over your head. There are those umbrellas that are clear and that you can kind of wear around you, so that they kind of make a cone of protection around you or something. Because umbrellas, as they normally are, they don't really protect you from the side, do they? This one could do that, but then you wouldn't be able to see. Still, you could use it if you needed to, like that. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let Nanoda outstrip us in Hatching Tide spirit. There must be more we can do. Show off the parasol. Make them jealous. That's what Komoi would do. But of course, we ought to promote our newest addition to the festivities. If we tell even a few Gridanians of these gorgeous accoutrements, these gorgeous accoutrements will be available to those who celebrate with us, word will spread of its own accord. But don't give it for free. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventurer's instinct to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. Oh, I thought you'd give it to us so that we could show it off. That was Komoi's master plan. And actually during this cutscene I was thinking, don't I actually have patrician stuff, like, for the alchemist? No wait, I have alchemist stuff. Right, and it's only wearable by alchemist. Could have sworn I had like some patrician stuff already. But if it doesn't show up here, then I guess I don't. Oh well. I'm still hung up on this. If a quest so happen to take us near the market board, which it doesn't. Oh, we have to have her accompany us, that's why we don't get to wear it. Yeah, and actually we're doing this in the rain, so it's the perfect weather to be making them jealous. The market is always busy. Let us look for potential celebrants there. Okay, good. She's accompanying us, so... And we're going to the market. Which means we have an excuse to check out the market board if there's maybe a cheap sale on Patrician's shoes or something. Which there won't be. Those are, for some reason, pretty expensive. I guess people know people like those as glamours, so there's no way. Even I'm jealous of her umbrella. Look at me with my stupid gold saucer umbrella. Which I like, but hers is so much fancier. When I think back to the very first Hatching Tide, it's a marvel just how popular the occasion has become. I don't think it's as popular as the other events, but it's fun, sure. I have so many people to thank for their efforts, yourself included. Look at this guy. He's really in the spirit of the season. We should be discussing this guy, not the basket. We dreamers are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there, for instance. I came up with the idea, and Encoder worked her magic to create the final product. Okay, just while we're here, Jilly. Wait a second. Patrician something or other. I'm sure I searched this before. I don't have any in, like, the glamour dresser, do I? Pretty sure I don't, like... None of the set? This is basically the same thing that we're wearing, just like the white version. Which actually would be kind of better. I mean, we can't buy it, it's... Actually, that's not too bad. But we're already wearing this. I just need the shoes. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we wanted. And the gloves, maybe? Kind of a hefty sum, but these go well with anything, these gloves, I'd say. And actually, if we want to, like, do a Manderville cosplay, we do need the gloves. And the shoes, so... Yeah, this is a purchase we'll have to do at some point. Because we are going to put on the Manderville cosplay when we do the Manderville quest later. So yeah, we'll change into that right now. Make it a glamour later. There we go. Outfit complete. We're perfectly dressed for the Hatching Tide, sort of. Not as colorful, but black's a color. There should be black eggs. I don't see any black eggs around here. You should get some black eggs. Those would be like a real hit with the crowd. Kind of like elegant, you know? Real elegant eggs. Oh, she's got like black gloves. Should we dye these black? This entire episode is going to be like 80% me messing with the glamours and 20% me doing the actual quest here. I think the white is actually pretty good already, because the white matches the scarf or whatever, but just to check. Yeah, and the black is like the wrong shade, so definitely not. And the shoes are a fine color already. Yeah, we're good. Black ears was the right choice though, it matches the hair. Anyway, we're here to show off. Let's actually take out our indoors and whatnot. We'll play this like good cop, bad cop. Bad parasol, good parasol. You're going to like strike up a conversation with me in earshot of this guy and say, "Oh, what a pitiful parasol you have, if only it was like mine." Then he'll turn the other way and say, "Wow, by comparison, that parasol is much nicer. I should get one of my own." That's like one of those psychological marketing techniques or whatever. "I say, madam, you must tell me where I might acquire a resplendent parasol like unto your own, much better than this lady's other parasol." "At our Hatching Tide event, of course. How about it? Will you join us at the amphitheater?" "I'd be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible, I attend annually, in hopes of glimpsing ovoid perfection." Wow, this guy really likes eggs. "And this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance, such egginess." Egg Appraiser. What was that other guy called? Egg Appreciator. A lot of weird guys. Egg Enthusiast. Who cares so much about eggs? I mean, I guess I understand it, right? It's like a whole thing. Eggs. I get it. Why, what parasol? Why, that parasol is an absolute delight. Much better than this lady's parasol. It's not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. But I ask who was responsible for this masterpiece? The Leather Workers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our Dreamers all had their parts to play. And if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. I think she forgot to mention the Botanist Guild since Fafulcha, or I'm forgetting her name. The Guildmaster of the Botanist Guild was mentioned by Beaton, but I guess Jelly doesn't know that. Ah, I should have known that the Guild's artisans were involved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the festivities. Where do parasols rank in terms of like event rewards? I think the highest ranking ones tend to be outfits, depending on the outfit. If they're like good for glamours that aren't just for the event. And then below those would be, I don't know, maybe emotes, because you use those outside of the event sometimes. Especially if the emote isn't event specific. And then maybe little things like minions and parasols. I'd say parasols rank higher than minions just because there are fewer parasols than there are minions, so this increases the population of parasols. And then minions, and then sometimes events just have nothing, I guess. Maybe they have like a... Right, the other thing you get are household decorations, which a lot of people don't even have houses. That's why I just have a bunch of this stuff in my inventory. And my Chocobo saddlebag. Eventually, it'll go somewhere. Heavens above! Is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? It's much better than that ugly parasol that other lady has. Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheater, you'll receive one just like it. For years I have searched for a parasol as darling as an egg, getting sunburned and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge. 'Tis a Hatching Tide miracle. I expect those three will tell all and sundry about our parasols. Yeah, and they'll tell everyone about how ugly our parasol was. Okay, that's fine. Our work here is done. It's fine, I'm the one that came up with the strategy. I played the fall guy or whatever. Playing the part of having the crappier parasol. Don't put it away, it's raining. Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. Is that a compliment? I shall go and see how many attendees are gathered at the amphitheater. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. Seriously, you can use the parasol. Maybe she's worried it'll get ruined since it's a prototype. Can't have it get ruined before they show it off to everyone else, right? It's for display only. Can't actually use it for actual rain. She has a similar parasol, but that one is... I didn't get a good look. I think it was white. The white one, that's like this one, the paper parasol. It's one that you get from the 10th year anniversary, I think. That one's from that red one is from, what was it? Mount Rockon? An Endwalker something dungeon, a Criterion dungeon. This one's from I don't know why I know all of this information, but it's from a treasure dungeon in The most recent expansion, Dawn Trail. Why do I know all of this about parasols? And actually I don't know about this one, so chain broken. No, you can sit in those? No, wait, you can't. That one... That guy's... Oh, she's just clipping through, yeah. Look, Komoi, isn't the sight of those parasols simply marvelous? Yeah, they're all using them in the rain. I guess they worked out that kink on the prototype. Eggs held aloft, just as in my dream. Hooray, we did it, Jilly. We certainly did. Shall we officially declare this hatching tide a success? Hold that thought. You've yet to see the half of it. What, is there more to this quest? Myzetta? Myzenta? Oh, I got half the name right. I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols. More than can comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out stock to those who came inquiring. With how many left my stall with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city is awash with floating eggs. That's incredible, to think the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Wait, Jilly, they're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right. I was intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. That our original plans met with misfortune was a blessing in disguise, for we've touched the hearts of more people than I dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind, this will go down as a hatching tide to remember. I'm glad she's so eager about these eggs. It's so weird, but she's so enthusiastic about it, it's infectious. Black Rabbit traders shall continue distributing parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Encoder told me how to assemble them, so I can prepare as many as needed. Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity, Encoder? I couldn't have done it without our able adventurer. Ah, that reminds me. I have something for you, Komoi. Is it an egg? I know it's a parasol. But just wanted to imagine if she just, I don't know, handed us an egg after all of our hard work and we just got to snack on a boiled egg again. That's the very second parasol I ever made, after Jilly's, of course. I thought it fitting that you receive it. With eggs aloft in the city, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may have finished, Komoi, but Hatching Tide most certainly hasn't. Pretty simple quest. Problem parasol. They do like their puns. Do we want to make that our main parasol? I guess for a while. There. We're now perfectly dressed for the occasion. This one looks almost monstrous, the way the eggs are jutting out of the other egg. And then this other egg, which has more eggs jutting out of it. I guess to look like a bunny, but still, it's almost grotesque. Never really noticed it. I do like it though. It's kind of interesting in how grotesque it is. Komoi is so enthralled by how grotesque these decorations are, she's going to tour Eorzea and take a look at the other decorations in the other cities before she joins Alphinaud in the Waking Sands. I guess we'll just teleport there, to the other cities. We're going to pretend that Komoi is traveling on Chocobo and, I don't know, taking boats or something. Because she still can't teleport, we're pretending. Put that on the hotbar. Don't think there's going to be much decorations on the lower level. Kind of. Sort of. A little bit. Just kind of eggs here and there. It's going to be the same thing in the stands that we saw over in Gridania. Let's see the second floor. There tends to be something interesting up there. Oh, puts it away every time. I always forget, every time. They laid these out. Yeah, a bit more interesting. Kind of a weird assortment here. Almost like a multi-tiered cake. But again, these eggs aren't for eating. Oh, they've got the black eggs. Good. Like I thought. Very elegant looking. I like the gold. Yeah, those are definitely the best eggs. These other ones just have too many... Well, the patterns are like... They're too crazy, all over the place. But these black ones... Those I would put in my apartment. My character's apartment, not my own. Although these purple ones, well, they're just kind of blank. If they had more decoration like the crenellations or whatever you'd call them on the black one, they'd be second in my tier of eggs. Along with the other colors of eggs that are just solid colors. Well, no, I guess those would be lower than tier than these eggs that are maybe a little bit too crazy on the design. They're at least trying to be festive, so... And then the white ones, well, they are decorated, so they're still a step above the solid color ones, but below the crazily decorated patterned ones. Just because white is a little bit boring for an egg color, especially on Easter. Are those all the egg types? I guess I'm rating the eggs this episode. Yeah, it just seems like those four, solid pattern, well not pattern, just solid color, the black eggs, these patterns with the diamond shape, and then the white eggs, which I guess are like the black eggs, but they're slightly different because the black eggs have like an extra bit on top. I'm basically just killing time here. The event doesn't last an entire hour, so... I guess this is a good way to spend time, isn't it? If I'm recording these events for posterity or whatever, then I guess I'd want to have the decorations on camera for viewing at a later time. They are going to disappear forever after this. The decorations change every year. But these two sweeping this entrance and Namiya never change. I don't think they ever move. We'll check out the egg decorations to the main thoroughfare here and up to the central plaza, or whatever it is. This area tends to be pretty well decorated, but again, it's just eggs all over the place. They got this same multi-tiered thing. Do they decorate inside here? Not really. I guess I have to keep it serious in case there's like a real story event going on in there. It'd be fun if they could alter some of these NPCs to be like fitting for the event. Like make these dancers have bunny ears or something. Alas, all they can do for this event is just scatter eggs everywhere. Oh, we're supposed to be in disguise, but Komoi forgot. I guess if the Crystal Braves see us, then we'll just have to deal with them personally. Yeah, no real interesting things going on here. The other events are more interesting in this plaza because they usually tell some kind of fun little story with dolls or whatever. You walk around this area and there's some kind of sequential art, or whatever you call it. Can't really do that with eggs. Maybe if they had like bunny dolls, they could do this. But they don't really have that for this event, do they? It's been like 12 years or something. You'd think they'd have some kind of bunny-related thing, or minion or whatever. Maybe they already had, and I just don't know. Alright. Let's get out of here before the Crystal Braves realize we're here for real. We'll leave on foot. Again, just to kill time. That's not an egg. Saw it out of the corner of my eye. It's just a bottle. I guess we're advertising this episode too. Advertising the event for anybody that didn't pick up the egg parasol yet. Actually, when I started playing yesterday or so, didn't even realize the event was active. You know what? Actually, it's fine that we're not in disguise. Because nobody can notice us under the parasol. The benefits of being a Lalafell, with this obscenely large canopy on this egg-themed parasol. Nobody will recognize us unless Komoi does that. So even though she forgot she's supposed to be in disguise, it all worked out. How do we get over there? Over this way. There aren't really any decorations, obviously, over here to take in while we're making our way over to the Waking Sands, but I thought I'd take in the sights anyway, just because the story is taking us back to Eorzea. In the few times that we're going to be doing this... Oh, there's a real bunny. In the few times we're going to be doing this, going back to Eorzea, I guess it'd be nice to just kind of take in our old stomping ground and kill time in the episode. I don't want to shove in any main quest stuff in the Hatching Tide episode. That would just be weird. Although I guess I've done that already with like some stuff, right? I'm pretty sure there was one event where I mixed things in. Oh well. Oh right, I forgot this place looked so good. After 7.0 and then they changed it further in 7.1. I guess it's still fresh in my mind how it used to look on my main character. And I guess when I was recording here as Komoi. Before they added all of this stuff, the foliage and whatever. And we're finally back. It took us some time, maybe around 4 episodes after we last saw Alphinaud or something. I think it was just 3. But we're finally back in the Waking Sands. For him, no time is basically going to have passed. Oh crap, we're doing main story stuff. Well shit. Would you look at us? Nobody's going to question why we look like this. It's too serious.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
You know what? We're gonna do this. Not this. We're going to... I'm afraid this is going to skip the cutscene. But I'm sure I can fetch the cutscene later if I'm gonna do this. Let's see. I'm going to pause the episode at the very end. And back in, I suppose. What I tried to do was quit out of the game so that the cutscene would reset, but as soon as I booted the game back up, it shoved us back into the cutscene, so I guess this is inescapable. Since I don't want to make this something that, well, is on the tail end of an event episode and then awkwardly start the next episode on the main story quest, we're just going to end the episode right here. We're just going to say that Komoi raised her hand to knock on the door to enter the Waking Sands, and she realized she was wearing a ridiculous outfit. So right now she's imagining how that's going to play out. This is all in her imagination right now. And starting next episode, it's going to be the main quest for real. While Komoi imagines what a laughingstock she'll be in her silly hatching tide outfit, now would be a good time to take a break.